Covering news where you live, this is 5 News.
Well, the Benton County Sheriff's Office has a new kind of service dog, helping with the fight against child abuse and trafficking crimes. Shadow Warriors Project is a foundation that mainly works with private security contractors, but has partnered with Saving Children and Reviving Souls, or SCARS, which is dedicated to keeping children safe. They've equipped two officers with detectives with a different type of canine. These dogs are trained to detect electronic devices that are used to store and distribute child sexual abuse material. The canines can smell an odor given off by hard drives and SD cards, digital storage devices that suspects could hide in their homes. A detective for the Benton County Sheriff's Office and a school resource officer in Greenland both trained for 8 weeks to handle these dogs. Sheriff Sean Holloway says this will bring a much needed resource to Benton County.
Oftentimes when you go for it's looking for the needle in the haystack, but we just eliminated that. Now we're looking for the bale of hay in the barn, which is much easier with the dog. So that is the best tool in the aspect that our digital technology has got so small. In the past, we were getting a hard drive out of a computer.
Well, the Benton County Sheriff's Office currently has one dog trained to detect storage devices. According to the sheriff, having another will greatly help the number of cases they can investigate. And it's that time of year when more people are looking for ways to give, from shopping for Christmas gifts to donating to charities. And a local cybersecurity provider says it's also a busy time for those scammers. Tom Kirkham, CEO and founder of Kirkham Iron Tech in Fort Smith, says this time of year he sees scammers creating fake websites that look like amazing holiday deals or tricking people into donating to charities that don't exist. When it comes to online shopping, he says if a deal looks too good to be true, it probably is. Another type of scam he's seeing more of this time of year are grandparent scams. That's when a scammer poses as a loved one to manipulate you into sending money.
These are text messages, emails, maybe an instant message on Facebook from a family member that needs money for whatever reason. Maybe they're stranded in Europe on a trip, or they're broke, or whatever. And what you need to look for is this something that is unexpected? Is this characteristic of this individual to ask for something like that, and the manner that they're asking?
Well, he also says anytime the person messaging you online says not to tell anyone, that is a common sign of a scam. All right, before we get to other news of the day, let's get a check of that weather with meteorologist Zach Scott. Zach, looks like more sunshine today, but you're tracking this weekend.
Yeah, and we have the sunshine today, and that should help make it feel a little nice outside. But then you throw in this north wind that's picking up behind this dry cold front, and it's not going to be just a perfect day out there. Sunshine, 50s, even possibly 60 degrees in the River Valley. On paper looks good. You factor in this north wind gusting 20 to 30 miles per hour in northwest Arkansas. It's going to be jacket weather all day, I should say. And again, that north wind is going to make it as uncomfortable as possible. River Valley gusts today going to be mostly 20 to 25 miles per hour. Winds will relax as we go into the evening hours, and they'll continue to relax as we go into the overnight hours. Low to mid 50s for highs today will range from the upper 40s, low 50s across the eastern area of northwest Arkansas into the lower to mid 50s as you work west and get away from that colder air. Again, behind that cold front that's coming in, the further northeast you go from 5 Country, the colder it gets. We've got temperatures in the 50s to low 60s going to be possible in the River Valley. All right, here's a look at what you can expect as we go overnight. Patchy frost going to be possible as we go into tomorrow morning, 20s and 30s, clear skies, light winds. Tomorrow, actually a nicer day. You get the sunshine, the blue skies, and we lose the strong north wind. We'll have a south breeze about 5 to 10 miles per hour in 50s. Yes, Joe, tracking the chance for thunderstorms, especially to start the day Saturday. Maybe a little wintry mix still possible as we get into Saturday evening for areas likely Boston Mountains north.
All right, thanks for that, Zach. Well, everyone out there with a live Christmas tree asked themselves, have I watered it today? Well, fire officials tell us it's a simple task that many people can just forget, especially during the busy holiday season. Ian Russell brings us the reminder to keep real trees in your home fresh and safe.
It's a conversation that we have each and every single year, especially if you have a live Christmas tree, how to keep them and you safe. And fire officials tell me it's not just a simple reminder, it's an important one.
We definitely see a spike this time of year.
As the leaves start to change and the air gets colder, Josh Clay with Sherwood Fire knows it's coming.
Definitely because of the winter months, but also because of the holiday factor.
Many of us have already gotten our Christmas trees up and decorated, whether they're real or fake. Cutting your own tree is a holiday tradition, but Clay says all too often people become part of a statistic. We've all seen the videos of live trees catching a spark and quickly igniting.
It is a scary fact just because of how quick it happens. Last year there was roughly 200 Christmas tree fires just across the United States.
Seems low, but Clay says that number is still too high for their liking. That's why keeping a few simple things in mind can be life-saving.
The basic care of it will probably keep you from ever having a Christmas tree emergency.
And when he says basic, he really means basic. Even something as easy as keeping your tree watered can help. It's a warning also shared by other departments.
Once those needles start getting dried out, it makes it so much easier to catch fire.
Chris Patton is the assistant fire marshal for North Little Rock. He says along with keeping your tree watered, checking your lights and distance to other things can be a huge help.
Candles, you got to keep that stuff 3 feet away from a tree.
Back in Sherwood, Clay knows this is a yearly conversation, but that doesn't mean any of these recommendations are any less important.
If it starts browning too much, the best thing to do would just to be go ahead and take it outside so you don't have that hazard in your home.
In Sherwood, Ian Russell, 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. We'll see you right back here tomorrow for more.